Today we are walking through the paper titled MemoryWAM Efficient World Action Modeling with Persistent Memory.
Start with the core idea. What problem is this work trying to solve?
The paper is about long horizon robot manipulation, where the robot cannot act from the current camera image alone. It may need to remember which object moved, which cup hit the target, or what number it saw earlier, while still reacting quickly.
So why are existing world action models not enough here?
The paper identifies a memory efficiency trade-off. Window-based models are efficient because they only attend to recent observations, but they forget older task clues. Full history models keep all past frames, but their latency and GPU memory grow as the trajectory gets longer.
What does MemoryWAM change in that trade-off?
MemoryWAM keeps three kinds of memory at once. Recent frames for immediate control, anchor frames from the task start, and compact gist tokens that summarize older history. The goal is to keep the useful parts of history without carrying every visual token forever. This overview picture shows the whole claim. Sliding window memory is fast but forgetful. Full history caching remembers everything but scales poorly. MemoryWAM stores a hybrid cache, reducing the history-dependent cost from order N to order N over D.
In that picture, the anchor frames and gist tokens look different. Why keep both?
They solve different memory needs. Anchor frames keep high-fidelity information from the beginning of the task, such as the initial arrangement. Gist tokens keep a compact trace of the long sequence, so the model can retrieve older context without paying full attention cost. The architecture uses two diffusion transformers. The video transformer updates dynamics-aware visual memory. The action transformer denoises an action chunk while attending to that cached video memory. Video prediction helps training, but the model does not need to generate future video at inference time.
Does that mean the video side is acting like a memory updater?
Exactly. At inference time, the clean latent of the current observation passes through the video transformer, wants to update the video side key value cache. Then the action transformer uses that cache to produce the next action chunk. The cache equation makes the hybrid memory precise. The video cache up to time t is the union of short-term video cache, anchor video cache, and gist video cache.
What should I take from that union?
It says the action model does not choose between recent detail and old context. It attends through one interface that contains detailed recent frames, preserved task start frames, and compressed long-term tokens. The cost equations explain why this matters. Full history attention stores tokens proportional to n times L, where n is the number of frames and L is the number of visual tokens per frame. Gist memory stores n times m tokens, and m is much smaller than L.
Does the paper give a concrete compression number?
Yes. In their implementation, each frame has 120 latent visual tokens, while MemoryWAM keeps 8 gist tokens per frame. That gives a compression ratio of 15, so the long-term key value cache is reduced by 15 times compared with full history attention. The attention mask shows how those pieces are wired. Clean frames, gist tokens, and action tokens do not all attend in the same way. The design lets action generation use the recent and anchor frames directly, while still receiving compressed long-range information.
What evidence shows that this memory design is not just cheaper, but still useful?
The controlled memory comparison is the first piece of evidence. Full attention gets strong task performance because it keeps the complete history, but its latency and GPU memory rise quickly. Our NN and test time training memory stay bounded, but their extra update modules are costly and their success rates are lower.
Where does hybrid memory land in that comparison?
On the press button task, hybrid memory matches full attention at 87% success, but with much lower compute cost. The paper also notes that even at 1600 frames, hybrid memory remains more efficient than the NN and test time training alternatives.
How does it perform on the broader simulation benchmark?
On RM bench, the paper compares MemoryWAM with Pi 0.5, FastWAM, and Lingbot VA, the first to represent current observation or bounded window policies. They average only 10.4% and 5.9% success because the tasks require historical clues. Lingbot VA keeps a full historical cache and reaches 78.2% average success. MemoryWAM reaches 83.0%, a 4.8 percentage point improvement, while using the more compact hybrid memory.
Does the real robot test show the same pattern?
Yes. The real-world tasks are shell game and look and press. In shell game, the robot must track a hidden target through cup swaps. In look and press, it must remember to observe numbers and press buttons the corresponding number of times.
What are the real-world numbers?
On shell game, Pi 0.5 succeeds 5 out of 20 times, Lingbot VA succeeds 13 out of 20, and MemoryWAM succeeds 18 out of 20. On Look and Press, the scores are 0 out of 20. The paper notes that Wingbot VA's high latency can mess up swaps, which directly causes failures.
Which part of the hybrid memory is most important?
The ablation study says each part matters. Removing GIST tokens drops press button success to 5%, while the full hybrid memory reaches 87%. Removing the sliding window also hurts, dropping press button to 16%.
So the method is not only a smaller cache.
Right. The paper's evidence suggests the structure of the memory matters. Recent frames preserve fine interaction queues, anchor frames preserve the start state, and GIST tokens preserve long-range context. Together they beat bounded window baselines and stay much cheaper than carrying full history.
What limitation does the paper leave open?
MemoryWAM still inherits limits from video diffusion models, especially limited semantic understanding and reasoning. So the paper's result is not a complete solution to general robot intelligence. It is a focused step toward memory-aware manipulation with practical inference cost. That wraps up this paper walkthrough.